Right, we're back. Just getting the Cardboard Live stuff set up. So we're back as usual. We're playing some Death and Taxes, but we're not playing Squawks today. There's some events over the weekend. I guess mostly event singular. There was also like Eternal Weekend data, but I was looking at some of the SCG results, and I had a couple of conclusions that I've drawn from that, and from based on like playing Squawks in like the online meta and stuff, and looking at the challenge results. A couple things that I wanted to iterate on, expand upon, and like kind of try out in a traditional shell. I know like I'm not gonna just jam Squawks all the time. Although it has been really fun. I really have like been surprised by the shell. Sometimes you wanna to try out the old lists. But anyway, in terms of the results, there was one Death and Taxes deck in the whole SCG. There were none in the open, but that's like pretty average for team constructed opens. You just like never see Death and Taxes. And in the classic, one deck list got second place. They lost to Bob Huang in the finals. They lost to Depths, which is a bummer. Losing a really good matchup in the finals always sucks, but you know, sometimes they just get you. But anyway, main thing that I noticed is that the 4-color control decks, the check pile decks, have just stopped playing Lightning Bolt. It makes sense because Death and Taxes, as it's falling out of favor for a lot of people, everyone's trying to tech to beat like the other fair blue piles. And right now, the things that 4-color control wants to beat are primarily Tarmogoyf decks, where your Lightning Bolts suck and Fatal Push gains a lot of equity, right? Because obviously you can't bolt the Tarmogoyf most of the time, and Fatal Push will always very cleanly answer it for 1 mana. That means that Mirror Crusader stock goes up substantially. I looked at a lot of the 4-color control lists that I saw. They were all playing like 1 to 2 ways to kill a Mirror Crusader, and it was always just Edict effects. Like they didn't have Lightning Bolts or... I mean, they haven't really... Lightning Bolt's been like the main thing that has deterred me from playing Mirror Crusader all the time. Because, if they have like 2 Lightning Bolts in their deck, and they bolt one, you find a second one later, they can like snap bolt it. Like it's not a huge deal for them. But the fact that they're playing 0 Lightning Bolts means it's like a lot harder for them to just answer a Mirror Crusader. And the fact that they're all playing a bunch of Plague Engineers means that the old Hallowed Spirit Keeper tech has gotten a lot weaker. In addition to that, having playing no Hallowed Spirit Keeper means that your like Rest in Pieces get a lot better in those matchups. You can board them in more safely because you don't have a Spirit Keeper in that awkward tension. But other than that, this is a mostly normal Death and Taxes shell. We're playing Giver of Runes instead of Mother of Runes. It's something that I have yet to test in a normal shell, but I have friends who have been playing it. I stole my friend's lists who just ran it through a league today. And he was trying out Giver of Runes as well. And I think Giver might just be potentially better than Mother of Runes in the current state of things. But I think Giver might have more game here than in like a Squadron Hawk build. Because you don't have Force to like bail you out of having a bunch of X1s in play. So I think with having like Force of Virtue in your deck, you can also like probably get away with Mother of Runes, maybe even better than like a normal Death and Taxes deck can. But now we only have like 4, 8, 10 creatures that have 1/1. 11, I guess, for Evoker. So you go down a lot on the number of things that just like stone die to a Plague Engineer or Renin 6 or whatever, which is definitely something you would want to be doing in this meta. I think everything else seems pretty strong. One thing that I have definitely missed playing, messing around with Squadron Hawks and stuff, is that you're a lot more dead to a lot of like weird things. Like you just Stone Cold can't beat in a Snaring Bridge game 1. That it really sucks. I think your Red Prison matchup gets a lot worse. Whereas this deck just has, we have 4 Flicker Wisps and 2 Recruiter the Guards, and then like the main deck Prelate and stuff like that to beat Snaring Bridges out of Red Prison or whatever. And then in the sideboard you just get a lot more stuff to mess them up with. And then obviously Squadron Hawk producing a bunch of blockers, nice against Depths, but traditional Death attacks is definitely more favored against Depths. Just Flicker Wisp is always gas, Recruiter the Guard, Palace Jailer, stuff like that. I think that's about it. let's jam a league. I've been meaning to try out normal death and taxes because, like, contrary to what everyone's saying, I feel like normal death and taxes feels pretty good right now in the meta. If you look at online results, the 4-color piles are also like getting edged out. Your Delver matchup's good, your Depths matchup is good, and your Red Prison matchup is good, and those are apparently like the top dogs. Although there were 3 Stoneblade decks in like the top 8 of the challenge, which is concerning to say the least. That one can always be a little bit rough, but it's definitely a lot better than the pile matchup, that's for sure. So anyway, enough about the deck list. Also, this list and sideboard is like pretty loose. Like most of it was just kind of off the cuff. I did not like map out sideboarding or anything. So once we get in, I'm gonna be like, oh god, how do we board for the Delver matchup? We only cut like 4 cards, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 cards to bring in. Like, what would I cut after Recruiter, Jailer, Revoker? Probably shave Crusaders and stuff. Not keen on Crusader against like the quad Lightning Bolt deck. But whatever. We'll cross the bridge when we come to it. Let's jam. Oh boy, I just cut the Chalice of the Voids too. Probably just like super dead. The deck name is systemized like D&T as if you still play Modern. It's because I never. This is the same. When I first built Legacy Death and Taxes on Moto, this is like the same deck file. I just like change it instead of like making 20 different Death and Taxes decks that some people do. I just keep like changing it. I don't like look back at the previous iterations. We also lost the die roll. Well, I'm gonna keep, and then there's 0% chance that we get a turn 2 with the Thalia still in our hand. Maybe we just get inefficiently goblins, but I imagine that Bryant also knows that you can't do that here based on his knowledge of the matchup, but whatever. I'd be much happier with this hand if we at least won the die roll. But she's clenched. Yeah, I cut the chalices. This matchup it just suddenly became even more unwinnable. Did he molt? Nope. Alright, we're fucked. Oh boy, just the old turn 1. Fun stuff. Come on, just make like 10 goblins. I think, does Stoneforge Math beat? No, I don't think Stoneforge Math beats 10 goblins on the draw. Wait, is this just goblins? How many is this? I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 10 goblins. I don't think Stoneforge Math works for me still, but we'll try. Might squeeze by with a plow. Yeah. That's true. Does plow save us more damage than playing this Aether Vial does? Hang on, we gotta do some math here. So if we play Aether Vial, we go to 10. And then we play second land Stoneforge, go to 1. And then we play land, plow, Thalia, Batterskull. And we can block 2 of the 9 goblins, plow 1. So there are 6 goblins left, right? Because there'll be 9. Block, block, kill. Take 6, gain 4. No, we're dead, right? We can't beat 10 goblins? Can we plow our own Batterskull? No, that doesn't work, because we need to gain life off the damage. If we plow a goblin, we go to 11, play Stoneforge, attacked, go to, there are 9 left, go to 3, play land, but we can only put in the Batterskull, and there are 8 goblins left. We take 7, gain 4. That's exactly 3. I think we're dead either way. We could top deck a second plow if we plow now, and I think we have a chance, right? Not done my math on that one. Was it the first turn? Yeah, we're playing against Tess. Yeah, I think we need to top deck second Swords of Plowshares, or like Giver of Runes, I think. Would do it. Yeah, I think Plow or Giver of Runes gets us there with this line. Because I think this line leaves us at Exaxes. So if we top deck any one drop we can cast, besides like Aether Vial, obviously. Okay, or they just draw Thoughtseize. Okay, cool. That's my favorite, when like you get emptied, and then they also just like Thoughtseize your Battery Skull the following turn. It's truly my my favorite way that matchup goes. I should have drawn my X card after I conceded to see if we actually had any semblance of a shot. Yeah, I actually just cut like a bunch of Storm Hate out of this sideboard too. Am I supposed to board a Needle versus Tess? Do they play 4 Polluted Deltas all the time? They have to, right? I'm not familiar enough with Tess sideboards. Cut like a Tomic. Wow, we have so many bad cards for this matchup. Holy shit. This matchup is rancid. I mean, imagine Pithy Needling, Bloodstained Mire, or Polluted Delta. It's gotta be better than, like, casting a Tomic. I guess Tomic doesn't get massacred, but hardly seems like an upside. Is Depths usually a good matchup of D&T? I've been seeing it pop up more in my locals since that's... Yeah, that's one of D&T's favorite matchups. Yeah, I think it is closest to a buy as D&T can get. Jeez, all these cards suck. We just have like nothing that does anything. Do we bring a Cataclysm? Seems so fucking loose. Never getting to 4 mana. Looks like they're on 4 Mire, 4 Delta. Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. I would love to play first. I feel like this hand's just not going to get there. I don't think Giver into Revoker is good enough. Like Vial, Giver, Revoker. Giver into GT might be fine. GT like only beats Goblins though? Do people go for... Like, going for Goblins on the draw seems so much more loose, right? Although, I guess you kind of have to sometimes. Just based on, like, turn 2 Thalias and stuff. Can I afford to mulligan this hand? What are we drawing towards? Canonist and 4 Thalias. And, like, the Needle's probably actually okay. Yeah, I don't think this hand's good enough. Medium to medium minus. This hand is medium minus to bad. I'll go to 5. Surge Extraction never actually does anything. It's done something like maybe once or twice in the history of me playing against Tess. Opponent kept 7. We're super dead. Jesus. None of these hands do anything. Do we just go to 4? I mean, we're not winning with this 5. Hope for no turn 1 Thoughtseize. Alright, Snapkeep. Perfect 4. Crocus, Port, Thalia, Canonist. Wait, do we keep this Mystic to beat Goblins, or do we have to keep this? Because I assume he's just going to turn 1 Thoughtseize me, right? And then we'll have 2 things, and we're immune to Alright, so definitely ship this land? No, ship the Port. I'd rather keep the Wasteland, I think. No, I'd keep the Port. Ship this, ship this. We ship the Stoneforge Mystic. Maybe he'll just Thoughtseize me and then pass the turn. Turn it to multi 4 hot. I mean, Tess is not a good matchup. You gotta do what you gotta do. I think this 4 is better than our 5, 6, or 7. think the 7 was the only arguable keep. Alright, well this is the You're Dead Brainstorm. Hopefully it's the brick Brainstorm, and then we win. Then everything's fine, and he doesn't turn 1 me. And life is good. Come on, pass the turn, Brand. Yes. Love it. Perfect draw. Hopefully he has Massacre. That's the plan. Our hate is online. Hopefully this is good enough. We're probably just going to port for the rest of the game. Let's just draw, like, land. Alright, well, don't play this plains. Not playing the plains. Unless we draw a Sanctum Prelate, and then I'll play Plains Sanctum Prelate. Ooh, a Wasteland. I like that. We have a plan. I think I would have hit the swamp. Really? What can he do at instant speed with the red-black? I guess it doesn't matter because he just has this opal that's already online, so he already has any one color. Oh, it turns off Massacre. I mean, I'm already not playing this plane, so he can't Massacre me. I'm not playing the planes because then he could just... Oh, hang on. Turn off auto yields. He could have something. Crash. Sacrifice a mountain. Destroy target artifact. Alright. You've crashed my Canonist. Yeah, resolves, I guess. I can't do anything about it. Nothing to port now, so I guess I'll just cast this Aether Vial? I could just surgical... But he doesn't have, like, UC in the yard or something. I could surgical something. Is that better than playing Aether Vial? There's nothing to surgical. Like, I'm not going to surgical Brainstorm. He already has a Mopal in play. I think they have 2 bad... Yeah, surgical Badlands just seems bad. I'm going to play this Aether Vial. Get him. Alright. We got game 2. Which is... I hope they draw fetch. Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh man, maybe I should have surgicaled the Badlands there, because like their fetches are turned off. Then they have to draw like exactly UC to have like any mana source, besides their artifacts that are in play. Anyway, well, we're gonna die horribly in game 3 here, because Tess is on the play. Black Belcher versus deck with 12 3-drops in it. So we're gonna hope that his most recent find was indication he has 1 UC and a basic swamp left. Yeah, I probably should have surgical the Badlands in that case. Also, I mean, he probably would have conceded in response to the surgical to hide info. What does Crash do? How do I look at this card? Can I look at it from here? No. It would just sack a mountain, blow up an artifact for free, or it's like 3 or 4 mana, right? No, I didn't want Crashing Footfalls. Fuck off, auto-complete. 3 mana instant. You may sacrifice a mountain instead of playing Crash's mana cost. Destroy target artifact. Neat. Only really hits Canonist and, like, equipment, I guess. But I mean, it's also fair because a lot of the D&D decks are playing Chalice. We're just not currently. It also means, like, I want to prioritize. Although I was already prioritizing blowing up mountains because, like, Pulverize is usually in the sideboard and stuff. We got Chalice for this inevitability. That was the whole. It was the long con. We played Chalice and D&T so that all the Storm decks start bringing in all their artifact hate, and then we pull all the Chalices. The problem is that Canonist is still an artifact, so that plan is really bad unless I'm not playing Canonist. All right, so we just need to hope that Bryant like multiply here. That's our game plan. There's no way this hand wins. This hand is good when we hit 3 mana, but we are going to be incredibly dead before we hit 3 mana. He hard kept 7. There's 0% chance this hand wins. This used to be a Squawk stream. Yeah, it also used to be a Wasteland Strangler stream. Times change. Alright, well, I'll keep this double Thalia hand. It's probably gonna die. I'm gonna ship this Crusader, I think. Wisp can, like, shoot at Chrome Mox. This is all wishful thinking, of course. We're going to be incredibly dead here. Alright, land go. I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to die. Please don't kill me. Please don't do it. Just Thoughtseize me. Just Thoughtseize. Cast Thoughtseize. Alright, that's fine. Yep. Brainstorm and then, like, Thoughtseize me. Although Thoughtseize would take the Prelate and that, like, wouldn't be great for me either. Like, because we really want to curve Thalia into Prelate to win this game. Just don't kill me. Please. Please don't. Nope. Alright. Alright, this is just a Thoughtseize. Alright. This is beatable. He's gonna take the Prelate, but that's survivable. Yep. Yep, getting the artifacts out of the hand because of the Thalias. Butt cheeks clenched. Indeed. I'm gonna not play the port here because if we draw a Wasteland, I'd rather, like, Wisp and Wasteland. Is that 3 Mirran Crusader? It is 3 Mirran Crusaders. We're going on a crusade today. Fortunately, there's a lot of lands. Generally good against Thalia. And Rishadan Port. Probably supposed to play Flicker Wisp next turn over porting. Because we just need to clock him. Ooh, Recruiter. Alright, that changes things. We're going to just recruit for Prelate and hope we get to live another turn. Since that's probably our best plan of winning this game. Recruit Canonist lets us port 2. Yeah, but Prelate definitely is, like, the much harder lock. Prelate on, like, 2 or 4. Probably 2, unless he would Burning Wish for Massacre there, and then we force it on 4, and then he can draw into Echoing Truth or whatever, but I think I like Prelate more here. Because if we assuming we get to keep it in our hand and untap for next turn, the second Prelate is just way better than the Canonist. It's 8 p.m. your normal stream time now. 8:30 is generally my stream time. Does it still say? I don't think it. I think I changed it from like 9. Okay, yeah, we're dead. This most recent list doesn't have massacred. Wow, a strong statement. But we're also just dead because just chain of vapor Lethalia. We did. It's around 6-ish p.m. before. Oh yeah, Fridays it's like at 5 p.m. Between 5 and 6. Monday and Wednesday it's always 8:30. Friday is like kind of weird because I get off early, but sometimes have things to do, so sometimes it's earlier, sometimes it's later, but it's usually in the 5-6 Central Standard Time frame. So we just, assuming we somehow get to live, we just slam this prelate on 2. That's a pretty big assumption. Please, no kill. Chromox pitch crash. Thoughtseize, alright. Not dead. Take the prelate again? Yep. Infernal Tutor. I don't know what this is for, but I'm very scared. Because it just... What would you Infernal Tutor for when you're Hellbent, right? Like, when you're actually Hellbent not going off. What does he want in his hand for the following turn? I mean, I'm just going to Thalia plus Port here. Adnaz, just like... But he knows I have a Thalia. He's, like, pretty far away from an Adnaz, right? He knows I have a Thalia and a Flicker Wisp for the Chromox. Like, and a Rashadenport. Like, I feel like Adnaz is extremely risky. Like, what would this be? A Burning Wish, maybe? You're gonna Waste plus Wisp. I think Thalia's better. Thalia plus Port's better than Waste Wisp, right? Like, both tax at minimum 2. And I could always, like, Wisp my Recruiter and go get Canonist if I want. I have no idea what this Infernal Tutor would be for, besides, like, Burning Wish. I don't think my choices matter here. Alright, so we're attacking for 3 here to 8. Wisp gets 6 power into play, but we're very scared of a Massacre. So I'm debating Wisping my Recruiter versus Wisping this Chromox. Kind of like Wisping the Chromox almost, but then like we're be super hoisted by like a Massacre. Right, let's attack. If Massacres, he's not doing anything else. That's true. And then we have at least a follow-up Thalia to play to finish the job. So just like go extreme mana denial strats. I guess we'll Wisp the Chromox and we can just Port because we don't have the mana to. Because we don't have the mana to Port and Waste. I guess Wasteland's probably just better than Porting though. I think I'm supposed to attack the mountains, right? That's what we decided. Don't think he really needs double black. What the hell does Bryant have on his Chromox? Yeah, Crash. That classic Legacy staple. Curious on what he Infernal Tutored for. Is he debating pitching it? Oh, just concede. Alright, we did it. Whew, I don't know how we won that game on the draw. But sometimes you get there. Storm matchup, sometimes you just gotta get a little lucky. Guess I'll never know what he Infernal tutored for. You think Merfolk is now tier 1 because it placed second in the challenge recently? Take a lot more than that for the Merfolk to be a tiered legacy deck. Don't tell the Merfolk players I said that. They'll be really mad. Alright. Winning some die rolls. Some 0 landers. Alright, this hand is acceptable. Give her Nathalia. Ship a port here. We're also mulliganed. Alright, that's good for us. What is our opponent doing? Scalding Tarn, Basic Island. Alright. Could be a lot of things. Whoa, what is this? What is this? What a cool island. I think I'm gonna go Port Thalia. There's a chance like we want to Wasteland Port next turn, and we can still like Plains cast Flicker Wisp if we want. Nice, it resolved. What is our opponent up to? Ooh. All according to plan. Is this just sneak? I feel like a sneak and show island. We're on the stepmom plan, leaving mom behind for now. I haven't played traditional Death and Taxes in a while, so I wanted to give stepmom a shot in this deck as well. I wonder if the correct play is attack with the Giver here. They can't get the Thalia off the board. I'm going to port down their island, right? And then they can't, like, play a land and bolt the Thalia. So I think attacking with the Giver here is just an extra damage. And before I get horrendously punished by, like, some random shit gut shot off this island. Yep, just sneak. Well, it's not a great draw. Also, sneak just means we're just attacking with both of these creatures forever. We're not going to cast Wisp. We're better off just porting. We can Wisp into port next turn at least, if we want to do that. Assuming we get it next turn. Looks like we get at least one more turn. Tomic, you don't do anything. Tomic might be a better card to play than Wisp here, because Wisp potentially like buys me a turn from Omniscience and stuff. It puts one less power in play. Does that matter? They're at 10. We're going to produce 5 power, so no, it doesn't matter. See, I'll play Tomic here. What's this? We didn't get... Okay, yeah. I was about to say, are we going to get Cunning Wish? But we can't get Cunning Wish. They only have 3 mana. So we can not really beat anything but Grizzlebrand, right? Even then, we can't, like, beat Grizzlebrand. We can try to beat a Grizzlebrand. They'd probably tap out for it, though, and we can untap and, like, plow it and hit them. Oh, they might have an extra mana and be able to, like, force my plow, which would be bad. Oh, this is also unfortunate. I didn't factor this. I know, this is fine. You can beat Exert, but not animated. Topical. Well, I'll put in this Flicker Wisp and hope that they have Omniscience here, and then we win. Oh, Sneak Attack. Fuck, that doesn't help me win, right? They Sneak Attack an Emrakul. We sack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. Put them to 3. Flicker is being one of my own things. Is like, no. Flicker is one of my own things is actively bad. So I guess we just Flicker with the Sneak Attack. Not that it actually matters. Yeah, they just like activate in response here. They need a second fatty to kill me though. But of course they always have the second fatty. What if I actually sack the Thalia over the Tomic here? Because if we draw a land, we can hold up Plow for like a Grizzlebrand potentially. One, two, three, 4. Give her Rinse is relevant here because they get protection for colorless. I mean, if I left it, I give her untap and like wanted to block the Emrakul, then yes. I suppose that would be relevant. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're supposed to just sack all our lands and put them on a 2-turn clock. I think I like sacking the Thalia. It gives them 1 cantrip versus 2 cantrips though. No, I think we're just dead. We'll sack the Tomic. I could block. Interesting. If I block and put them to 6, if they put in Grizzlebrand, they can still, I guess, draw 7 and then kill me afterwards. Blocking's definitely tempting here. If they have a second Emrakul, we're just like super boom. Yeah, I think I actually do want to block here. Huh. Didn't actually think about that. Blocking seems horrible, does it? Decreases my clock a lot, but it makes me not dead to like the second Emrakul. What is this? Oh, all the time. Thanks for the 16-month resub. Didn't you just resub like last week? Yeah, my previous notification from 3 days ago is that you resubbed. Oh yeah, I love how bugged this shit is. Yeah, it's true. We did give them more time. Maybe it wasn't right. Maybe just... Oh, okay, cool. They just had a Grizzlebrand. Alright, it didn't really matter then. I tuned out and I'm disappointed that you blocked. Yeah, I guess if they had a Grizzlebrand, we're dead anyway because of that interaction, right? Yeah, my thinking was that we're still putting them down for being able to draw with Grizzlebrand, but we're not, because they can just do that. So it doesn't actually matter. Sideboarding. Bring all this shit. Glad I didn't watch Evanson. I saw you catch the stream. Nice. I want these. Give me. You definitely make it Strangler 2-year bench for you, boy. You're only 16 months. You got like another 8, right? Yeah, that show was really fucked up. God, we have so many cuts. Am I supposed to just like leaving Crusaders because they punched my opponent in the face? Yeah, no, blocking wasn't very good. I was thinking that blocking was better versus Grizzlebrand, but it wasn't. I wasn't thinking about just like they get to put in Grizzlebrand, block, and then draw 7, and then I'm dead. This guy. Oh, you've only been here 60 months. You have been here the longest. Is this how I want a sideboard? Not really. We also have like Stoneforge and like GTA that we don't like. Oh, the first Stoneforge is fine. The GTA sucks. GTA might actually be worse than Crusader. Just keep it at 4 Stoneforges. Generally doesn't matter. No, you weren't subbed to me before I like because so I streamed in like 2017, right? And then I stopped in like November 2017 and I started streaming in March 2018. But you couldn't sub to me before then because I hit affiliate like the day that I stopped streaming. So you can't have subbed to me until after I started streaming again. Anyway, this seems fine. I suppose I could probably like actually bring in Cataclysms because we have so little cards to bring in here. Wow, this hand sucks. Oh, this hand's okay. Thought it was set forever. Yeah, I remember because I got the day I got the email, I was like, oh, you hit affiliate. I was like, oh, this is super cool. And like 2 hours later, I got an email from Boeing saying you're hired. I was like, oh, well, rip this affiliate thing. All right, we mulled to 6. What do I not want? Second port's good. Plains is also good. I don't have that many double white things. And like once we get our 4th land, we just want to be double porting them. I'm gonna ship this Plains. Be greedy. Why'd you stop streaming initially? Because I got hired at Boeing and then had to like move and like my life got really busy and shit. And then once things, I spent like 3 or 4 months I think not streaming. And then once everything got back in order, I was like, I should pick up streaming again. It was really fun. Don't think I'm playing this Needle on turn 1. There are a lot of things you want to name with Needle. Sneak Attack, Grizzlebrand, Arcane Artisan. I do work for Boeing. Are we just getting turn 1? Or no, they're just playing around. Thalia. Fair. Fair and respectable opponent. I hope we get severely punished for pushing that second Plains. Like, they force a will Thalia, and then they're going to show and tell Omniscience. We put in Canonist, and then... and then we don't have the second white to Council's Judgment the Omniscience. Man, that's going to be great. That's going to be a great next turn. Fuck. Oh, please just play Sneak Attack. Oh, thank God. We can beat that. Alright, we can beat that. Could also Council's Judgment it. Don't think I like that because of the aforementioned line. The Pithing Needle is definitely a lot more abradable, but that takes up their only red mana, and then the following turn I can just Judgment it. This gets us a clock on the board. Fuck. Wait, that means they only have 1 card in hand now. Alright, which means they need either a fatty or a red source. I guess Judgmenting there was better off the case that they do have fatty red source and like Emrakul me, and then I can like play land Pithy Needle. But I'll take this. Yeah, your Sneak Attack. Hey, we did it. Punch. There's hope for us yet. I suppose we'll be playing on all these lands. Probably. Let's just keep our Ether Sword in the face of an Emrakul attack. beat him to death for 6 more turns. They need a lot, though. They pitched 2 Show and Tells to Force of Wills. Not really what I want to be drawing, but whatever. Would accept literally any other type of land in my deck. Wasteland, Caracas, and Rashadenport would all be better, but... Or obviously any non-creatures, or non-land card would be stronger draws. Basic Plains is the worst top deck. I'm gonna take this vial to 3 because we have the mana to cast a 2-drop and still double port, and we can't do that with a 3-drop. Opponent hitting mono land drops over there, which I guess is fine. I think I'm supposed to just cast this Palace Jailer. Let's draw like a 3. Nope. Punch. We have Thalia, Port. Trying to gauge how bad a Pyroclasm is for me and whether or not I actually want to play Thalia here. We could actually port both of their colored sources and they'd have to go to 1. Just to cast a Pyroclasm? I don't like being dead like in a braid here. Not dead too, but... If we port these 2, they have... Yeah, I'm playing with Thalia here. We have Monarchy also. We'll be able to draw more things that hurt my opponent. I think I just want to make sure I don't die to something stupid. Cat or Chat Riot. I figured out the key to not being assaulted by my cat on stream. We now have a chair set up over in the corner with a blanket on it, and she always just goes right into the chair and falls asleep, and that's what she's doing right now. Hang on, let me see if I can angle the camera again so you can see her. Oh, you can barely see her. She's sitting there on the chair there. She's passed out. Maybe I want, like, Bad Armageddon for, like, Mirran Crusaders? Like, Mirran Crusader sucks. I think I'd rather have Bad Armageddon with my current iteration of sideboarding. This looks fine. Alright, now we gotta win on the draw. We're running 2 Crusaders. We're running 3 Crusaders. We only cut 2 of them. We still have 1 in the deck. Don't think this hand is keepable. Think this hand is secretly horrible. This hand is close to being good. This hand's certainly close. My opponent kept 7. Because, like, Vial into turn 3 Recruiter means that we can go get, like, Relic Warder or Thalia. Or Canonist, or Revoker. Like, Recruiter's really strong in this matchup, but we generally want, like if we have, like, a Rashadenport or something, I might keep this. But we, especially on the draw, I think we need some sort of wrench to throw in their game plan. And we just have nothing until turn 3, which just looks really bad. Council Judgment's really strong. This hand's close. God, alright. Mulliganed into, like, much worse hand. Do We have 5 here. We have Caracas now and Judgment, but now like nothing to actually make this Judgment good. We have 3 Wastelands, but it's generally not super strong against Sneak. We're going to 5. Fuck, alright, yeah, we're toast. Do I keep this 5? Ship Cataclysm, Stoneforge Mystic. We've turned 4 Sanctum Prelate. I think I'd rather keep this than go to 4 now. Did not get very rewarded for that 7. Man, I really wanted to wasteland this volcanic island, but this seems a little loose with my... If I had drawn a land there, I think I would have wastelanded the Volk. Because, like, pulling out that Volk means that I think we're just, like, going to die on turn 2. It's, like, very aggressive. How do you feel with the London Mulligan? I love the London Mulligan. Well, maximizes my chances of winning if my opponent just puts a show and tell on the stack. It's gotta be, like, Pithing Needle, right? Oh, well. If they just play a sneak attack, we might live. I'm interested. Yes. Alright. We may live yet. If we don't get Force of Willed. What's more likely to... It's gotta be... Pithing Needle is way more likely than wastelanding Volcanic Island to, like, win me the game here, right? Nice. Outskilled. Hey, sometimes you just gotta get them. Sometimes they have turn 2 sneak attack go, and you have Pithing Needle. Alright, I hope they just didn't draw... Oh, man. They always draw the fetch. Why aren't they me and just never draw the fetch? Wasting Volk there. Yeah, wasting Volk there seems like a really greedy, but there's like a non-zero chance. But they could easily just have another red source. Like, they just need any fetch land. Yes. Check up. We have Thalia. Now I feel like I need to Wasteland. We're like a million years away from the Stoneforge Mystic. I feel like Wasteland plus Thalia is the way to go here. They have like a Braid, we're just dead, but that's life. I'm gonna put in the Thalia on their upkeep. Uh oh. I put in the Thalia now? No. They have like Echoing Truth or something to bounce the Thalia. If they have Echoing Truth, we're just dead, so that's my life. They have a Braid, we're also just dead. That's also my life. Yep. Hey, maybe they don't have anything. Maybe they have no creature. Can we win if they miss completely? That's still no, right? Okay, no, they didn't miss. Dang, we tried our best. Unfortunate. If only we had Gut Shot. And that would have showed them. One reminds me of that time that I think it was like Owen Turnwald played against some Sneak and Show player, and they had a feature match or something. Oh no, they weren't playing against Sneak and Show. They were playing Sneak and Show. Right? Yeah. Owen was playing Sneak. I forget what his opponent was playing. But they boarded in Volcanic Fallout against Sneak and Show. I have no idea why. But like, Owen just went down to 2 drawing cards off of Grizzlebrand because he's like, alright, well, how could we die here? and then he went down to 2, and then got Volcanic Fall outed and just died because it was uncounterable. Volcanic Fall is the uncounterable one, right? Was it like, what deck even plays Volcanic Fall though? Burn. It had to be like the Burn matchup, which is just like a buy for Sneak. Just boarded Volcanic Fallout and just got him. Although, why did you draw down to 2 with Grizzlybrand if you're against Sneak? I guess maybe you're just going for lethal and you like had a Force of Will, or they were tapped out. Like, if you Sneak attacking Grizzlybrand, you just draw down to 2 life to, oh no, they weren't tapped out because they had, they cast the Volcanic Fall. I don't remember the specifics, but it was extremely funny, and he was extremely salty about it. Hogak is in Legacy now too. Yeah, people are playing the Hogak Depths deck sometimes, and they're also trying to like basically port the whole Modern show into Legacy. I think the Depths one is just more powerful because I think it just rides the Depths coattails to like strength, and like Hogak Hogak is fine, but I think it's mostly fine in matchups you're really already fine in. It helps their Delver matchup a lot, which I have no idea how good or bad the Delver versus Depths matchup is. I think it's favored for Depths, but I don't know by how much. Happened during match 1, showing 2 and 3. Oh yeah. Wait, what? What happened during match 1? Oh, we beat Bryant in match 1 against Tess, and we just lost to Sneak and Show. If that's what you're asking. Did Elves get hit harder by Renaissance than us? I think so. Which is, small victories. This ends on the draw. We'll keep this. On our track record, these plows are uncastable. Tess into Sneak, but I think overall these plows are going to be pretty good. We're just like playing mono combo decks today. Christ. Definitely better time to play normal taxes, at least, if we're just queuing into like the combo league. Squawks doesn't have Recruiter, which definitely like improves your combo matchups by a non-zero amount. Could still be like Blue-Red Delver or something, but yeah, was not getting Blue-Red Delver vibes. Yeah. Oh, that's not a Thoughtseize. We might be alive yet. Thought we were just gonna get our Thalia Thoughtseize and fucking die. Duress turns out as law. Are they gonna like Petal Thoughtseize me? Oh, are they just gonna kill me, or are they just playing out Thalia stuff? Please don't kill me. Nice. Alright. We get to live yet. Ooh, and we just Wasteland. I'm in for Wastelanding them next turn. Wasteland Stoneforge, probably better than Wasteland Port. Maybe not, actually. Depends on if they hit a land drop here, I suppose. Oh, never mind. That's a pretty good draw, too. Prelude on 4. We got him. Today is just the combo league, I guess. Tess, Sneak, Ant. After I cut all my chalices. I wonder if I even should be boarding in Relic Order against Ant anymore. There was a time where it was okay. Like, there have been times where they're like playing Dread of Knights or like sideboarding into Chrome Mox and stuff, but I guess Relic Order is still okay, because it's better than like random idiots, and they do proactively play out like Petals and LEDs a lot of the time because of Thalia. So it's probably still fine. Not great, but fine. Cut Jailer. What's the next worst card? Tomic's unplayable. And like Jite. This is probably fine. All these cards suck. Done. On the draw, we have 2 draws to Thalia, and we have Surgical and 2 Thalias, which means we're good. I think this hand's a keep. We're not getting, like, much better hands than this, right? We have 2 draws to hit a land drop. We're good against Thoughtseize. Like, we're not going to get a better hand to beat, like, a fast kill, especially because we don't have Chalices anymore. Like, Surgical's the best we have anyway. I think this hand's a keep. Suppose they could Thoughtseize this Aether Vial. That seems kind of great. I guess if they just see 2 Thalias, Thoughtseize the Aether Vial and pray. But again, we still have 2 draws for a land drop with 23 lands left in our deck. Oh, whoops. I need to reach my other hand. Forgot that hand goes right in front of the camera. Bottom on the Preordain. Some instances where I would play Giver there on turn 1 instead of Vial, but the instance where we might not hit our second land drop, definitely not one of them. But sometimes you want to lead your Mother of Runes into your Thalia rather than Vial, so they can't just, like, kill your Thalia, go off the next turn while your mom's still summoning sick from the Vial. But obviously, the instance where we're not guaranteed to hit our Thalia next turn is not one that I'm interested in casting Giver of Runes. Not dying, huh? Alright, if we had a land drop, we're in business. Nice. We are, in fact, in business. If they clear this Thalia, we still have another Thalia coming down the following turn. Well, they might just kill me here. They only have 4 cards left. I could just, like, rip Adnons easily. Yep. We have a Surgical Extraction as our only hope here. This is just Infernal Tutor, then? Oh, wait, this is empty. Can we beat this? If we draw a land, we might be able to beat it. Might be able to beat it even without a land. Giver Runes being a 1/2 is really good here, because you can, like, protect a different creature. I think we can beat 10 goblins here. Oh god. I wanted a Battle Skull, but mostly in tandem with a Stoneforge Mystic. But we can block 2 goblins, go to 12, and then the following turn we can wisp out another goblin and then block 3 goblins. I think we can just beat this. I'm gonna cast the Thalia here, I think. I don't think it really matters. We draw a land too, we can just like wisp 2 goblins. Because this doesn't leave my Surgical Extraction up, but I'm not planning on casting Surgical Extraction anytime soon. When I have to beat 10 goblin tokens. Take this file up to 3. Wow, wait. Why would you... Wait, are they dead? Can they not even beat this board state? Attack me to... Yeah, wow. They can't even beat, like, Giver Maw. Or, like, Giver Thalia with 10 goblins. Let alone the fact that I'm going to just, like, wisp all their goblins away, too. Nice. Forgot to record the sneak and show matchup as well. Mono combo league today. I wanted to play against some like Delver players. I'm pretty confident that if your 4-color Delver matchup is like good plus, like if you can win most of your 4-color Delver matchups, then this deck is like very good to be on right now. Like Rug Delver, I think, is just worse off against you than 4-color Delver. So if your 4-color Delver matchup's good, your Rug Delver matchup's better. I think 3 Crusaders might help out the pile matchup to a considerable degree. And obviously you get to like dunk on Depths and Red Prison and stuff. So we're going back quick. I guess that makes sense when we're playing against a bunch of combo decks. This hand sucks. This hand also sucks, but I'll keep it on 6. Maybe Aether Vial. A Plow that's not going to matter because my opponent's probably playing like... I can't even think of another combo deck that doesn't care about Plow. I think I'm going to ship a Plains here. I don't think we're just going to cast a Flicker Wisp on turn 3. Suppose if we get this Vile Force, then shipping the Plains seems a little greedy there. But I don't think I want to ship... We're already on a Moto 6. I don't think I want to ship like any of these action spells. If our Vile doesn't get forced, then these Flicker Wisps get a lot stronger than like just casting 3/1s for 3/1 flyers for 3. Just Storm again. Fuck. Can we not for like 5 seconds? Can we draw Thalia? Port. Alright. Realistically, this could be not Storm, but I mean, doesn't really change any of my decisions here. They know my hand. We drew the port for turn. Yeah, alright, this looks a lot like Storm. We top deck Thalia or Recruiter of the Guard or Sanctum Prelate, please. With the Ponder. They shuffled on the Ponder. I don't even accept like Phyrexian Revoker, honestly. We have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8-ish good draws. It's not really one of them. I mean, I think porting's going to do me a lot more good than casting this Flicker Wisp will. Next we're going to like double port, put in the Wisp. The very least. appreciate a couple of top decks here. Signet Prelate or Recruiter of the card would just be GG. So would really like those. Also accept Thalia. We're gonna take this VOD to 3 because Flicker Wisp is already in our hand. Fuck. Am I supposed to flicker out one of their lands this turn to just buy me another turn? They have 5 cards in their hand. So the answer might just be yes. Flicker's not doing anything else this game. So I'd rather just buy time to try to top deck more things to actually kill them with. I'll flicker out the swamp and port the 2 blue sources here. Like, Focus isn't doing anything else unless they like fuck up really badly with an LED and don't play it as the last card before their Infernal Tutor. We like flicker out the LED and then fuck them up. But I don't like banking on my opponent being bad as a strategy. Also, they don't have LED in hand currently, I don't think. They probably would have played it out with the Lotus Petal. Gonna cast a Brainstorm? Sure. I'm lazy, I'll port this other one too. There's no way to stop them from like casting a Brainstorm there. So like I could have like flickered it. If they only had one blue source, flickering at the blue source is probably better because they can cast cantrips, their Brainstorm specifically at instant speed, and they can't really do anything in their upkeep with a single black mana. But since they had 2 blue sources, it didn't really matter. My brain isn't big enough to understand how to use LED. Opponent's about to use it pretty well, it looks like. Maybe we'll just have like the worst ad nauseum ever. It has to be a really bad ad nauseum. Because they just get to ad nauseum with 2 mana floating. Alright, so they have 1,000,000 mana and Past in Flames. I think we're already dead. I think we're just dead to like those cards. Yeah, we're super dead. That's game. I think we might have been alive. But the second Cabal Root means that we're super dead. Because they get Dark Red to 3, Cabal Root to 6, Past in Flames with 3 black floating, Dark Rit, Cabal Rit. Yeah, I think they could have just killed me with like just the first 3 cards they flipped off of that ad nauseum. But now we're super duper dead because they hit 4 rituals in this Past in Flames. Just cast the Past and... Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Am I missing something here? Aren't I super duper dead to that Past in Flames? They don't have a way to empty their hand for the tutor. Oh yeah, that's true. I'm not super duper dead to the Past in Flames. I don't have to figure out what the fuck their hand was. They used the Ponder, and did they also just figure it out? Because they didn't need to burn all these rituals, did they? Yeah, they also figured out that they realized it at the same time so they burned all the rituals. I mean, we're still super duper dead to this Past in Flames, but we can take them off of red sources, right? They only play the 1 Volk. They're into 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, did I cross out a card that they didn't cast? I don't know. Oh no, they pondered. They have 1 unknown from the ponder, I think. That's pretty good. Should put the old Prelate on 4 here. Pretty good. Pretty good. Their hand was all lands that pass flame with Thazis, though. We might have just been able to win by porting the Volcanic Island. And just, like, attacking them again. You can't cast this Past in Flames opponent. And even if you could, like, you can't cast your win con. This is game 1. Nice. They actually did just, like, luck into the LET the following turn, though. Wow. So we actually would have died, right? Yeah, we actually would have died if we did Draw Recruiter. Nice. I guess they did have a super duper good ad nauseum, or super duper bad ad nauseum, which was my game plan. I just, like, was not paying attention to how dead we were or were not. And that's part of the reason that I don't concede, because I'm bad. I will not, if there's death on the stack, I'll concede. The old bad nauseum indeed. What's my last cut? What have I been cutting here? It's GT? No. Cutting a Crusader? Yeah, I think this is what I've been doing. It is amazing that the second I cut the Chalice of the Voids, I've been playing Chalice of the Void in my sideboard for, like, probably close to a year by now. At least, like, 6 months. And the second I cut it, fucking Tess, Sneak and Show, Ant. I missed that meme deck you ran. That was hilarious to watch. Which one? The 12, the Squad Stompy? Don't need it, you're killing them. It's true. We've been doing well, and, like, Chalice isn't that good against Sneak and Show. Chalice is, like, actively worse than other hate you could be playing anyway. Versus Sneak. And we've just been, like, dunking on Storm players. 12, yeah, the Squad Stompy. Squad Stompy was sweet. I'll probably play it some more at some point. That was we 2-2'd, and then Micah queued into us with his 4 Dread of Night deck. It's always fun to watch Storm players get dunked on. Sand seems like it's never beating Storm ever. Boop. This hand seems like it's probably not beating Storm. I think I'm happy with it enough on a 6. We're immune to Massacre, and we have, like, Revoker and, like, Relic Order, but that's not very good. Am I supposed to ship this Plains? Probably not. But what do I ship? I want all these other stuff. I might ship this Plains. We're probably not Relic Warding on 2. We're just going to Revoker on 2, if anything. Yeah, fuck this Plains. Wait, I'm thinking about that previous match again. Or not the previous match, the previous game. So does the math check out that they actually could have killed me if they just kept the first 3 cards on their Adnaz? The first 3 cards were Dark Rit, Cabal Rit, Past in Flame, so they could have emptied their hand there, right? Let's go back and do the math on that. They had 2 mana. They had, how much mana left? 2, right? Yeah. So because they had the Petal and the Black Floating. So they Dark Rit to 3, Crit to 6, Crack Petal 7, Past in Flames down to 3, Dark Rit to 5, crit to 8. Yeah. Pretty sure like they actually could have killed me if they just stopped the ad nauseum with those 3 cards, but then they kept going and then couldn't empty their hand and then died. Ooh, that was a good draw. I will say that was a good draw. Did Brawl even take off now? Are they they're trying to do Brawl again on Arena, right? Is that what I think that's what they said? I forget. I don't pay a lot of attention to Arena. Are we dying? Please don't kill me, opponent. Please let me untap. Revoke these LEDs. Don't do it, opponent. That can't be proper sequencing. Wait. Do they know the top card of their deck? They do, right? Because they pondered on turn 1. Pondered, did not shuffle. Okay, so they do know the top card. So we're just getting, like, ad nauseum, I guess? Wow, their hand was pretty stacked. Wait, why do they have Dark Petition still in their deck? Okay, yeah. I guess they are kind of a new Storm player. Wait. Okay, no. Wait, are we just doing a 0 mana ad nauseum? With you're down 2 LEDs? Alright. Let's Chain of Vapor. I don't want to see that. There's Petal. If they hit another LED, we do just die here. They hit a million mana. Okay, no, we're actually just dead anyway. Just got, like, severely rewarded. Like, why would you go for it turn 2 with a Massacre in your hand, is my question. They have exactly enough, I think. I think they don't have any more rituals, right? Oh no, they have an Infernal Tear that they could have cast for like another ritual or something. Wow. No, yeah, actual 0 justice. I don't think there was any chance that we win that game if they pass the turn and then the following turn massacre whenever I play, whether it's a Thalia, a Canonist, or like a Revoker, and then just go off with potentially extra mana. Oh wait, hang on, maybe that's not true. Because they had to have done it with the they had to do it with the Preordain, right? I guess they didn't have to cast that Preordain until the following turn or anything. Because they had double LED as their only, I don't know. They could have stacked the... Although, if they didn't have another land drop, maybe they had to go for it then. But, I mean, I don't know. They also had Dark Petition in their hand, which certainly didn't help them. I'm no Storm expert. I think they might have had to go for it there, but they also kind of backed themselves into that corner. Because they didn't have another land drop to make, then they kind of had to go for it there. Just based on, like, their own decisions, though. Because they had to use the Preordain plus the LEDs to get the Infernal Tutor in their hand. Wait, no, because they had a land drop, right? So they could have just cast an Infernal Tutor to crack 2 LEDs at, like, any point. But if they don't have a third land drop and they get Thalia, then that plan goes out the window, right? Because they need 3 mana to cast the initial Infernal Tutor. I don't know. I'm no expert, but it did not feel like that was their best chain of decisions that game. Besides the Dark Petition still being in their hand. This hand sucks. We like gotta keep this, right? Are we going to 5 here? My opponent kept 7. His hand is good against exactly Thoughtseize. If we go to 5, we're looking for a hand that has like multiple things that can. Because like a 5 with just a Thalia, I think is worse than this hand. Can't lose to Massacre. That's true. I think a 5 that has a single hate card is worse than this hand. This hand is worse against their fast kills, but I think it's still worth keeping. Also, we have like 15 out of 53 to draw the white source or whatever. I think this hand's a keep. I think I probably want to ship the 3rd Thalia. Maybe not. Maybe I ship the Flicker. No, I think we want to clock. If we get like double Thoughtseized, then it's just embarrassing. But if we don't get Thoughtseized at all, we just have 3 Thalias in our hand. Ship the Thalia. I think you have to ask a lot of a 5-card hand to be better than this one against Storm, honestly. Because I think most reasonable expectations of your game on the play post-board is that you're just going to get Thoughtseized on turn 1. Or killed on turn 1. Oh man, these are my favorite hands this run players keep. Hope they shuffle and then pass the turn. But they never do. We just draw like Caracas. Yeah. And before my opponent Chain of Vapors this Aether Vial. Should get absolutely demolished. Could also just die on turn 2. Always an option. Hey, we're not dying on turn 2. I like it. Oh no, we are getting our Vile Chain of Vapor. Hey, sometimes lucky. Which is the better play? Probably Thalia. Thalia, they probably can't go off this turn anyway without like Massacre, and Canis doesn't do shit against Massacre. I guess we're not getting Massacre because we don't have the planes, but I think Thalia is better because they have to like cast cantrips and stuff. Sometimes lucky, I suppose. Next turn we'll slam the Canonist since we're Massacre proof. Nope, not playing that one. They can't cast a spell here because they're just shuffling from their Brainstorm. They can eventually hardcast Massacre, but it does cost 5 mana. Which is a ways away, especially with Rashad and Port. What do you Surgical Shot against Storm? Usually just it sits in your hand, and then you either die or win the game with it in your hand. But occasionally there are openings where you Surgical like they're Infernal Tutors or something. They are hitting a threatening amount of land drops here. If we just get like a hardcast Massacre to lose this game, I'm going to be very sad. We can't do anything though. Yeah, we're porting. I mean, they might also hardcast Massacre pass, in which case we can follow up with another Thalia at least, but then they'll have 9 trillion lands in play. Yeah, I mean, they just can't cast it without 5th land regardless. But they will, with this port, they do need 2 black sources specifically. Oh, there's a black source. Could have like a decay. Wait, they have double island and trop and bayou? I thought that was like kind of weird in the storm community, right? I thought they went down to like one of each basic to play the trop to support bringing in a decay against wasteland decks. As far as I know, at least. Really wish I still had an Aether Vial in play. It's for redundancy in case they... I mean, the general thing is that you were playing the double green sources for redundancy against Wasteland. Yeah. Some Atlas were playing the double island previously because you were only bringing in Abrupt Decay against, like, Chalice of the Void or Counterbalance or whatever. But they started playing the second green source to be able to cast Abrupt Decay against Wasteland decks better. So, but they usually cut the island for the trop. It's like, did my opponent like cut a fetch for the trop or something? I really don't think playing out these planes are worth it at all, because I think we're just stone dead to Massacre. One is a black source. We're still stone dead to Massacre. They cut that for budget issues. Well, I mean, they added the second dual land, right? Probably not a budget thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I talked to Cyrus a fair amount. I think that that's the play is you play 2 green sources and you play 2 basics now. I mean, we have this surgical. Like, they can't ad nause me, and we have this surgical, assuming they deal with my board with a hardcast Massacre. They could also just, like, kill one of my things, or bounce one of my things, untap, and try to go off from there. Like, get rid of the Canonist, untap, just go off through Athalia. This looks like a Echoing Truth on the Canonist. Yep. Discard a planes here. Oh, we discard 2 cards, lol. Discard this Aether Vial. Is porting better than leaving up Surgical? I can't feel like my opponent can go off with 4 cards and Athalia in play with 4 life. So I think I'll port. They would need like a lot of Cabal Rituals. They're also pretty locked into doing it this turn, right? Because I just recast the Canonist next turn and just get him. Alright, well, that's good for me. Ponder means we're not dead. Yet. Ponder pass. Ambitious. Good, like another Echoing Truth for the Canonist. Echoing Truth to Thalia? They're down to Chain of Vapor and 2 Echoing Truths. I have to imagine they have Abrupt Decays, though. But I think I'm just going to play Canonist here, right? Like, they can hardcast a Massacre or whatever, but that's about it. Again, they still need to beat this Surgical Extraction, too. Like, they just cast a cantrip here, then. Oh, they have Chain of Vapor, sure. go off. A lot of blue sources and cantrips, so they definitely can beat a surgical. Why are you playing your basics? Because I don't want to get massacred. And at this point, at this stage in the game, it's just like not worth it. Because we can't double spell anyway. Like 2 turns ago, I might have wanted to start playing lands. But for a good while there, it was almost assuredly correct to play on Massacre. Pop up this graveyard here. We have 2 cards in hand, 9 million mana. They need a fair amount to kill me still, though. Oh, there's no Infernal Tutor. This has to be for Piff, right? Surgical Cabalrit. This is Piff. They have 5 mana currently. Oh god, I hate these decisions. So they have 5 mana, no cards in hand. If we Surgical the Cabalrit, they can't technically kill me unless they have like really good ponders, but they can cast 2 cantrips at least, right? If we Surgical the Infernal Tutor, they cast Crypt up to 5 black, 3 mana up, and can cast 2 cantrips to find another. Oh no, we Surgical the Infernal Tutor, so they can only find the natural tendrils, right? Whereas the Ponder, whereas if we Surgical the Cabalrit, they can find like an LED and still kill me, I think. Ponder. LED gives them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they can cast 2 Ponders and find one of their 3 LEDs left. So I think Surgicaling the Infernal Tutors puts them on less outs to kill me, right? Also, notably they did have Massacre in their hand that entire time, which feels good. I think Surgicaling the Infernal Tutor puts them to less outs to kill me, because I think they need to find, like, just naturally find the tendrils. If I Surgical. Hello, can I get to this? What you got in here? They can also find this Dark Petition, so they have 2 outs. They have 2 Ponders / Brainstorms to get there. Wow, opponent just didn't bring in any Abrupt Decays against me? Interesting. Empty. I guess empty is like maybe an out. I don't think they get enough Storm to like empty me before I can just like kill them. They're at 4 life. Maybe empty does something. I guess they don't have red mana though, so they would need to find like Petal plus empty. But anyway, I'll just let them go for it. These are all gone, right? Yep. Go for it. I got nothing, opponent. 3 outs? 2.5. There's a chance we can beat an Empty the War. They need like a weird Empty the War in sequence, because they don't have any red mana currently. They would need like Ponder into the Empty and then like, or like Ponder into the Empty and then like Brainstorm or whatever. I guess casting 2 Ponders is probably the best bet though. It lets you see the most cards. Is Brainstorm into Ponder better? I don't think so, right? Because if all 3 of those cards suck, you just shuffle with the Ponder. If all 3 of these cards suck, they're stuck with 1. Off this Brainstorm. Of course, there's also no Justice in the world, so my opponent's probably just going to kill me anyway. Forgive me if I don't trust you when it comes to cantrip logic. Perhaps playing Rip was the... I did think about playing Rip over playing Canonist there, but I also just like need to pressure them. I did think about exiling their graveyard though, because we had them like so dead to rights in so many other ways. Like it would make their... They had a ton of mana though. I don't know how much... So ripping them would have, I guess it would have killed all their Passive Flame shit, right? Besides the Cabal Ritual. Alright, so there's probably 0 justice in the whole world. They shuffled. So maybe there is some justice. Oh, they can cast... If they find a blue source, they can cast another thing now. But if they ponder again, then... Oh, yeah. Volk. Okay, yeah, if they're emptying me, then... But if they might just cast another ponder or whatever. Oh, are we getting emptied? It's a lot to empty the Warren's tokens. Alright. So there is, in fact, no justice. I think we might be just dead to this, actually. They're at 3, not 2. I can also just not attack with everything. Also, we're just dead, right? Because we're at 18 from our surgical. Yeah, we just died to 1 attack. Exactly enough storm, and we don't have anything we can do. We could like Flicker Wisp 1, block 1, and still take exactly 18. Yeah, they'd have needed 2 less storm count to be able to like Flicker Wisp lethal them. That's unfortunate. Hondo, thanks for the 9-month resub. I showed you myself. Please respond. Back-to-back look. Yeah, exactly. Cast 2 cantrips. Like, that was the third out, was cast 2 cantrips, find red source, find empty the Warrens. Like, that was the third quote-unquote out. I think statistically that's better than them giving them 3 LEDs as outs, right? Because the third out in that scenario had to be... Also, like, it might not even just have been LED as an out if we surgical... No, yeah, it might... Oh, LED, I think, because we surgical all the Cabal Reds. But the third LED being an out is better for us than having them have red source into empty the Warrens as an out. Alright, well, we're probably just playing against, like, Black-Red Reanimator or something. But, like, I'll keep. I think playing Rip there might have actually been correct over Canonist or Thalia. I briefly considered it, didn't end up doing it. Mountain. Just playing against like Burn. Alright, my opponent telling me how it is on turn 1. I like it. Finally, technically not a combo matchup. And our hand is very good against Burn. Please cast a Goblin Guide or something. Rift Bolt, sure. I will happily play this Thalia. You can Rift Bolt my Thalia for 1 mana if you so choose, opponent. 20 damage of Burn is a combo. Yes, technically not a combo deck. I mean, it's basically Storm, right? You just need a critical mass of spells, then you just, like, kill your opponent. Alright, that's fine. We have Stoneforge for something, but we just don't have anything? What's happening? Get 4 cards in hand. What are the odds that Stoneforge lives? Basically 0. I think I still want to get Banner Skull. We can cast it on turn 5. I think I'd rather play Aether Pile than hold up Plow as well. We could get GT, but we only have one other creature to put the GT on, which is like kind of dicey. What's your record this league? We're 2-2 right now against mono combo. I think I want this Aether Vial in play. The punish is like they killed the Stoneforge Mystic and then also have Drew Goblin Guide this turn. We take damage. They just like have been casting 1 mana worth of spells for the past 3 turns. This is Searing whatever. Yep. I wonder if they don't play this Wisp to reset the skull. If they like Fire Blast it. What is a 3-1 gonna do on this board state? Nothing, right? Main deck Blaze. Yeah, it's pretty common. Just really good against the fair decks, right? You just like Blaze Delvers and stuff. It's like always targets except against combo. And like you're already like super fucked against any of the combo decks in this format. Yeah, I don't think I want to play the Wisp. I think I'd rather Wisp to reset the Batterskull. Because if this Batterskull gets to connect, we just win. Although I guess having a Wisp in play would be... We could just equip the Batterskull to the Wisp. I don't know. Whatever. We're in our end step. Opponent's on tap. Come on, play a creature, please. If it's an Eidolon, do I even plow it? I can just cast a Batterskull. Not take the 2 damage here. Although then if they Fire Blast the Batterskull, I get hit for 2. But then we have Wisp coming off the Vial the following turn. Yeah, I don't even think I plow this Eidolon, honestly. Well, if they don't have Fire Blast, we win. And if they do have Fire Blast, then we continue to play the game of Magic. And we just Flicker Wisp our Batterskull and make it again. Force my opponent to kill me. They could pop me for 4 here before I untap these Wastelands. But even then, like... Pop Fire Blast doesn't even kill me. What's the tank here? Throwing a bolt in my face? Sure. Alright. 2 cards left in hand. I'll block. I'll block opponent. Attack me, I dare you. Nice. Alright, looks like we're gonna win this game then. Crunch. They gonna Fire Blast the Germ now. Sure. I'm at 11, you have 1 card left in hand. Good luck. right? They're just gonna bolt me right now. All right. I think I'm just gonna suit up this Wisp in this case. Like, we just flicker planes here. Leave up a plow. We have 8 life left. It's like they crashed and burned. We did play against Crash today, too. So I'm gonna go to my second main, float 5, Wisp of Planes, equip Batterskull, and like they literally can't win. They cannot Fire Blast 5 damage worth of stuff either. I can actually play out my Wasteland. Playing out Wasteland would actually save me damage from a pop. Because I can just Wasteland another Wasteland. Not that it really matters, because they're just so severely fucked. Please, attempt to win, opponent. Good luck. Alright. The burn matchup, huh? Another, like, the 5th matchup where I would be boarding in Chalice, and then we just, like, don't have any Chalices. I never like bringing in 3 Council's Judgment, but like I would just get got by like Ensnaring Bridges and Sulfuric Vortexes and shit just every time, and I never have an answer to them. Alright, let's figure out what's bad first. These Crusaders suck, Jailer sucks, Revoker sucks. Tomic sucks, but has 3 toughness, so like blocks Goblin Guides, which isn't nothing. Put this one in the maybe pile. Probably worth just cutting, though. Just ship it like that. Blocks Guides and Eidolon. Yeah, having 3 toughness like isn't nothing, but is it better than like the next worst card in my deck? Probably not. Could probably afford to cut a land in this matchup. Like shave a Caracas. I've also shaved sort of Fire and Ice at times, which like feels kind of counterintuitive against burn, but like it's always the last equipment you want because it doesn't actually gain you life, and like if you get to the point where you need sort of Fire and Ice, the game's usually over by then. You like cutting Sword? Yeah. Sword's a reasonable cut here. I don't know if I want this 3rd Council's Judgment. I'll probably just like play Atomic. That's probably fine. That sounds good. Canonist, Prelate, Jite. Keep. It's bad against early aggression. Like, no, I put them all to 5. Holy shit. Burn mowing to 5. Alright, I'll take it. Looks like we're getting the pity chest. They have like a Goblin Guide. Not nothing. Alright, yeah, they have actual nothing. Deal. Play Canonist, play Prelate on whatever. Got a guide now? Nope, just spike my face. Cannon is less good when my opponent already only has 3 cards in hand, but you know, it's a 2/2. It can hold a Jite, it's not nothing. No squawks. Yeah, we're not squawking today. We're playing 3 Mirror Crusaders. How could you possibly be disappointed, Moxel? Probably have to put this pellet on 1. I would like to put it on 2 to protect the GTA from shatters, but that also means we obviously can't cast the GTA. Which does not work out the best. Be a D&T meme, Lord, we care about that more than any results. I am getting considerably less viewers than I usually do playing Squawks. I'll test it. I'll play Squawks again on Wednesday and see how many more viewers I get. See if this is just like an anomaly. Maybe sometimes the days just are weird. Yeah, I'll put it on 1. But yeah, I wanted to try how good Triple Mirror Crusader was, and then we played against 4 straight combo decks and then burn. Which is like the most uninteresting league imaginable. At least like Sneak and Show has some play to it, but we played against like Tess Ant, which is just so boring. Hey, look at that. Alright. What are the odds my opponent has a shatter? Like 1,000,000%? My opponent just passed with 5 cards in hand as burn. The odds that they have a shatter in hand is just like through the roof. I could just race them, right? I could just not play this GTA, attack them for 4, and play a Flicker Wisp, right? We're just winning the race. And the second... They have to leave up 2 mana for the rest of the game, or else they just die to this GTA, right? I'm kind of in for that. We get got by, like, land volcanic fallout pretty hard. But, like, that's life, I guess. Guess I should untap my Wasteland. There's no way they have Pop still in their deck. Although, you never know. Better than Wasteland, or better than Flicker Wisp in any of their stuff. I imagine they won't shatter the Canonist. That seems really loose to just cast a Smash Smithereens on an Nethos 40 Canonist. But we're just gonna race them right now. If they land drop Sulfuric Vortex me, I'll feel like a fool, but... Not land drop Sulfuric Vortex. Land drop Volcanic Fallout. The one that Pyroclouds all my dudes and hits me in the face for 2. But next turn we even just get to like cast another Flicker Wisp our own Wisp, and just keep a thing in play. But actually no, Volcanic Fall's an instant too, so they could like on their end step, in response to the Wisp targeting something else, they could just like wipe my whole board. What you got, opponent? Am I getting wrecked? Appears to be possibly me getting got. Volcanic Fallout time? This is only 2 mana. Oh wow, they are just smashing the Canonist. Okay. Yeah, Vortex is super beatable, because we just have Judgment. Alright, well now we get to connect with GTA, so... Deal. Probably just game now. They did end up smashing to smithereens. my canonist, but like that's perfectly acceptable because it means they're just gonna get absolutely wrecked by this GT. Put 3 cards in their hand. We're at 14 with 2 GT counters. I think we're pretty good. I didn't record my last ant match either. Shoot. So I'll do that while my opponent sits here. Ambitious. What game do we win against Ant? We won game 1, right? Because we just got, yeah, they had like this the worst ad nauseam ever. I'm taking a really long time to cast Lava Spikes. This is my last game before I get to go to sleep, opponent. Just, please just cast your lightning bolts. Yes. You've successfully skewered the critics in my face. Thank you. You got me. Chain lightning in my face. You got it. I will not redirect. Now we're at 5 with 4 GD counters. We deport them and leave up a wasteland in case of like a random price progress, and still have a Path to Exile up. And they have 1 card in hand. Good luck, opponent. Opponent, tank. Trying to figure out how to beat someone at effectively 13 life with 2 cards in hand, staring down lethal. There we go, they figured it out. Alright. This was just the worst test of this fucking deck ever. I was really interested in trying out Triple Crusader and stuff, and like figuring out the fair matchups, figuring out how I liked Crusader versus like Delver and stuff, and if most of the 4-color control decks were actually on like 0 Bolt. And we just played against fucking Tess, Sneak, Ant, Burn. Just not only one of the most uninteresting leagues I've played in a while, also just not one that's effective for testing out this list at all. Christ. But I do think, I think my reasoning is sound. Whether or not I got to put it into practice today is another question, but I think Triple Crusader is really strong, playing a bunch of Mirror Crusader, to beat up the 4-color piles, because they're all cutting Lightning Bolt. I think is one of the best options for traditional Death and Taxes, outside of moving to Squawks, which I think also gets a lot better pile matchup. But I wanted to try these shells again, because obviously you're much better against like Red Prison and Depths and stuff. Well, you tested your patience. The gamers were performing. Gamers were fine. Again, we played against a bunch of combo decks, so like, just didn't matter ever. There was an instance where Giver having 2 toughness almost mattered against like a Goblin token against Tess, I think. I forget exactly, but like givers didn't matter in this league either. Nothing mattered. The league was not efficient testing by any means, but well, we 3-2'd. Dang, I gotta record my burn match. Forgot about that one. Oh hey, Cat's here for the sign off. Come on, kitty. Oh, she's so warm. She's been laying on that blanket for so long. Cat's here for the sign off. Oh, I'm going on the shoulder. There you go. There you go. There you go, kitty. The true reason Chat's here. Show some mischief. So we figured out the secret way to subdue her. We've made a really comfortable spot in the office that she just sits and sleeps on instead of just harassing me and knocking a bunch of shit off of desks. It's very pleasant, but I guess a lot less pleasant for Chat. Apologies, Chat. Anyway, let's find someone to host here. It's Monday, right? So it's usually like Card Kingdom streaming. Oh shit, Caleb D's streaming Legacy. Did he play? Hang on, did he play Squawks? Or not Squawks, Squat Stompy? No, he's playing Bomberman. I have no idea. He could be playing Squat Stompy. I gotta go host Caleb though. We want 1,000% more kitty. Put a cat. I should get a cat cam now that we have like the dedicated cat spot. I'll look into getting a cat cam. But anyway, that's gonna be it for our stream today. Hope everybody had a good time. If you like the content, as always, follow, subscribe, donate, etc., etc. Nothing really to plug in terms of like donation or streamer goals and stuff. Thinking about doing a donation incentive to get to playing modern Squad Stompy. I have like the shell of a horrible modern Squad Stompy deck that I think is really bad, but might make it a donation incentive at some point. But anyway, we're gonna go host Caleb because Caleb doesn't always play Legacy. And last time I watched Caleb stream, he was playing the Legacy Squad Stompy deck that I built. Show him some love. Anyway, see you guys all on Wednesday, I guess. Yeah, that's my next stream. Anyway, later.